Hello. I should say over here. Hello. I'm a little bit late, so I'm running 5 minutes behind schedule. Pardon me. Monique Head here, relationship coach to passionate marriage-minded women and the founder of the Feminine Allure Academy. I welcome you to the Alluring Womanhood and Femininity Show. I'm like, why does I start speaking in tongues on here? La 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 la. Hallelujah. Welcome, the Alluring Womanhood and Femininity Show. Let me take a deep breath. I don't know what's going on. How are you doing today? How are you doing today? Welcome, welcome, welcome. So you can catch me here every Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. Central, 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 noon Pacific, Monday through Friday. And actually, I do want to let you know that going forward, I usually take the last week of the month off. It's called my Treasure Week. So it's an opportunity, and it's really important for me to use that as a time to really restore my energy reserves and really practice and really go deep into my own secret garden. And that's important because I just need to unplug, and I would encourage you to do the same. And what that does for me is that it just allows me an opportunity to go inward, to unplug, to go inward, to get clarity about content that I can share with you, the direction of the Feminine Allure Academy and my work that I'm doing with clients. But really, yeah, it's important that I also have my vertical connection, that I stay in prayer. It's the time that I do some fasting. Let me make sure that this is tight. Hold on. Okay, here we go. Yeah. It's a time where I can also, do some fasting and really just tend to my inner landscape. And that's just so important, so that I can bring you the best, so that I can share the best practices and new insights that I have. That's important for me to be able to share that with you. And in order for me to do that, I have to be able to go underground. I have to be able to water my garden and tend to my inner landscape. And so this week, though, I'm going to be here Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. I will not be here on Friday, and you won't see me on Monday because it's the holiday. And Friday, I'm going on holiday. So we're celebrating with my husband. It's a family reunion. So I won't be here on Friday, but you'll see me Monday through Thursday. And I'm just foreshadowing this. I want to let you know that going forward, the last week of the month, there will be no Alluring Womanhood and Femininity Show. Femininity Show. So if you're here and you know that you have a question, go ahead and post it below. For the ladies, you might be watching this, the replay. If you want access to this where you can watch this show live, click the link below, this description box, and you can get access there to my community, and we can go forward from there. To the live ladies, again, I welcome you. I welcome you. And today, I really want to talk about the instant shift that you can make that will encourage a man to call you, to want to speak with you. And this is interesting because I was just, recently I called a girlfriend, and there was just something about the energy on the phone that was just low vibration, right? Low level vibration. Hi, Glory. How are you? Welcome. Welcome. Just low level. Okay, my thing said that I disconnected, but I reconnected. I know that I should be on my Wi-Fi here. So let me know, Gloria, are you seeing me? Can you hear me well? Are you seeing me, and can you hear me well? Was there disconnection? Just say yes or no and let me know where I'm standing right now. So one of the things that I was saying is that, growing up, not really growing up, but back in the day, there were a core group of some girlfriends that I had. And me and another girlfriend, all of our other friends would say, oh, well, Monique, okay, thank you. You see me, great. Monique and another one of our girlfriends are always in relationships. That they're probably going to be the ones who marry first. They seem to really attract men very well. And one of the things, one of my key skills is that I can't say a high intuitive, because I think that has some sort of spiritual context, or maybe psychic abilities, but I'm extremely perceptive and very observant. And I've always been interested in relationships with men and women, and just really observing the type of interactions that successful women can have. So one of the things that I noticed, and this is important for you, this is the instant shift that's going to encourage men to call you, to look forward to actually speaking to you, is the way that my other girlfriend, the other one who was successful with men, the way that she answered the phone. And I'm telling you this because just this weekend I called one of my girlfriends who I hadn't spoken to in a while. And when she answered the phone with like a hello or hello, you know, just kind of very bland and not really excited, it could create this low vibration energy. And what you want in your life and what you want to show up as a high value woman, number one. You want to show up as the alluring woman, number two. But it's really important that you're able to send out the signals and really create some awesome energy. And this is important, especially, you know, what I hear a lot of you say is that you don't want to go to the club, and you don't have to. But it's really difficult maybe for you to meet men, or you're not meeting the right type of men, or you have a pattern of attracting the same type of men, and they're not really deserving of the woman that you are and the woman that you're going to be. So the question is, what sort of internal shift can you create in yourself that will raise your vibration, that will allow you to be seen as that high vibrational, highly alluring, highly desirable woman? And one of the things that you can do, Gail says you're watching, but you're tripping out. I wonder why. I wonder if I take this off, what's going to happen. Is anyone else having problems? Let me know, please. I wonder if I check my internet status, will it break up? I'm going to leave it there. Thank you, Gail. If anyone else is having trouble, let me know if this is Gail's. She's okay now. Okay. Well, I'm not getting that weak signal. So this is the thing about technology. So thank you for staying with me. You're fine. Okay, thank you. Thank you for staying with me. Thank you for checking in and letting me know how the connection is. Technology is great, but this is real. This is a live show, so that's a part of it. So what was I saying? I was saying really just the importance of shifting that energy, creating that internal shift. And it's really not all that internal, but it's just something minor that you can do that I believe will have tremendous effects. And it's something that you can begin practicing now. So anyway, to go back to what I was saying about when I called my girlfriend, with the way that she answered the phone was just very, very normal, right? And so my response was, oh, you know, morning, la la la, hey, you know, because I'm just my chipper self. But one of the things that I know when people meet me, and you say this too, Monique, you have great energy. Monique, your energy, I'm just so drawn to you. Like, you just seem like a really cool chick, which I consider myself to be. But I'm really drawn to your energy. Both men and women alike say that. That's the consistent theme. Energy. Monique, you have great energy. And I'm telling you that because it's your energy that you exude that is going to attract or meet, right? The energy that you're sending out, like your vibration, your frequency that you are sending out into the universe is really attracting your man. So that's why we get what we are, not what we want. And so I say this to go back to what I was saying about some of my college girlfriends, is that when I would call the other young lady who was successful with men, every time I called her, she would answer the phone and say, hey, hey, Monique. And you know, you don't have to say, hey, but there was just this sense of excitement and exuberance and just fun and lightheartedness and energy that made me excited on the phone. Like, I felt good to know that she was excited to hear my voice. You know, I felt good, and I look forward to speaking with her. Sorry, there's something in my eye. I look forward to speaking with her. I look forward to calling her. And I have had men say that to me too. I just love, you know, I look forward to calling you. I just love your energy. I love your energy, Monique. And here's why that's important. because people associate you with whatever feelings you produce in them on a consistent basis. So when you answer the phone, and that's the shift that I'm telling you. Think about how you answer the phone. When it's someone that you don't know, if it's a number that you don't recognize, I can totally understand that. But let's say I call you, and you don't know my number, but I'll say, hey, it's Monique, how's it going? And you're like, oh, it's all good. And I understand I totally understand that some days are better than others. However, when there's like, oh, hey, Monique, it's so good to hear from you. What's going on? Da, 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 where it's an opportunity to connect. That's what it is. It's an opportunity to connect, to create connection. Because what happens is that many women, right? So many of us are so preoccupied with other things that we forfeit the connection in the moment. And you're cheating yourself. When we do that, we cheat ourselves, right? Because we're thinking about something else. We're wondering about the next step. We're wondering, we want to know what's coming next. What's for dinner? Who's going to pick up the kids? And when we're in that moment, we're not present. And presence is actually one of the elements of charisma. People who are seen as more present in the moment are deemed as more charismatic. That's according to a book called The Charisma Myth by I don't remember her first name, but it's Cabernet. Okay. So working on your presence, really increasing that part of you, changing the way your voice inflections, increasing your energy when you answer the phone and when you greet people, right? Be excited to meet people. Expect people to want to get to know you. Expect men to want to compliment you, even if it's a physical part. Expect that. And honor that part of yourself. Honor that part of your feminine spirit, right? It's good. It's good. It's a good thing if a man is physically attracted to you. And I say that because I understand, what you want to create is something that extends beyond the physical. But you have to honor what's happening in that moment. Don't forfeit that gift, which is a compliment. Unless it's just extremely disrespectful, right? But no matter how it comes out, if he's complimenting your figure, if he's complimenting your hair or something else, really your voice or your smile, your nails, your new lip color, your outfit, expect that to happen and accept that. Accept that you're a beautiful woman, that you exude grace and poise and you do it with ease. And once you start to expect that and really start to accept that, you send out the green light. You send out the signals that you're warm, that you're approachable, that you're magnetic, that you have this mystique about you that's extremely intriguing. Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. For the ladies who are just joining right now, I was just sharing a story about how a minor shift in the way that you answer the phone when you know who's on the other line can create high vibration or low vibration, right, in those moments. And I want to address this because you might be thinking, well, Monique, what if I'm not happy in the moment? What if I don't want to actually speak to the person? And if you don't, okay, that's good. Be real with yourself. But this is not about manipulation. I would think that if you have a man who's on the other line or a girlfriend, that you would be excited to create that connection in that moment at all times. It's an opportunity for you to always choose that good woman who's in you, right? It's not an opportunity for you to bring your best to your everyday and to your relationship. It's an opportunity for you to practice operating in your feminine allure, right? And these are small things that have to happen before a big change can happen. Small incremental practices, okay? So that it can become a part of you. Practices become habit and habit turns into skill. And that's what my work is all about, helping you to develop the skills so that you can be polished and confident and alluring and really inspire that commitment. right? So that you can be seen, that you have what it takes to create that immense emotional attraction with a man, with a deserving man, with a quality man, with a man who's honest and has integrity and who is just wonderful, okay? And he's clear and vocal about how he feels about you. And one of the ways that you can give him permission to do that is to sow some sense of high vibration when you're on the phone. That's just it. Start practicing that. Start practicing excitement and actually being happy to hear the other person who's on the side, who's on the other end of the phone. And I know that it's difficult too, especially because, you know, many text right now. But this is amazing what we can do with this device. I'm using my phone now actually to record, that you can actually hear someone's voice on the other end of this, okay? So what are your questions? What questions do you have? Go ahead and post them below if you're live. Okay, and I'm gonna wait. And while you're posting your questions, if you have any, I want to let you know, if you want to learn more about this, if you're curious about other shifts that you can do, maybe you have a question because your situation is extremely unique. You know, everyone's situation is actually unique, but you want some support and you want some guidance. I would love to chat with you and lay out a plan for you to get you on your next steps. So, I want to let you know that you can polish your potential, which happens to be the name of my private one-on-one exclusive mentorship. It's an opportunity for you to work with me privately for 1 year, right? And develop those skills that you can start implementing so that you can have the practices that become habits, and eventually those habits become skill. And if you want to do that, send me an email. In the subject line, put "Let's Talk." And then let me know, what do you want? What's important to you? Why now? And why do you believe that I can help you? Okay? I do see a question. So I told a man he should lead. His response was, I was the woman, and that I have have control how the relationship moves forward. You like this guy? You're stuck. That's what I'm hearing. Is that right? That's interesting to me. This is what I mentioned before. So I'm hearing two things in this. Number one, that men know the power that we have as women, right? This is why I say that we women have the power to influence culture. We women have the power to elevate culture, and we reign in that position of influence. We influence men more than they influence us. And this man just told you that. So when he says that, so what's your question? I hear a situation, but what's the question? Because what I hear is that, you told him that he should lead. And I'm assuming maybe you didn't say it like that, but yeah, what's really the question? Just reading this right now, Gloria, I want to encourage you just to be present in the moment. And you have to figure out what it is that what do you want? What do you want to experience in this relationship with this guy? What is it? What do you want? What would be ideal for you? And when you write that down, and you can get clear on that, right? That definiteness of purpose that Napoleon Hill talks about in his book, Outwitting the Devil and Think and Grow Rich, which is wonderful because marketing principles apply to relationships, whether we like it or not. Business principles apply to relationships. Yeah, what's your question? Are there any other questions? If you have a question below, well, you can post it below. Okay, so you don't want to overstep your boundaries. You're telling him, okay, so Gloria says, okay, I was telling him that he is the man and I don't want to overstep my boundaries. Okay, so we have to be cautious with that. We have to be cautious with that because what I'm hearing is that, what I hear just in how you're telling me is that there's this sense of man up and take the lead. My question is, well, I wanted to go on a second date. So you wanted to let him know that you wanted a second date and you wanted him to ask? Is that what it is? Because if that's the case, you can invite him to invite you out. I mean, you can just say something as simple as, this has been wonderful. Give the positive affirmation. If you really enjoyed your experience with him and you liked how you felt around him, you can just say, this would be great. What would I say? What can I say here? What would I say? This is great. You want to affirm how wonderful it is. And just let him know how you enjoy spending time with him. Really. You gotta send out those signals. You can say, I would love to to do this again. I mean, it's really not difficult. I would love to do this again. As long as you're not really the one planning the date, since it's like the second one. I would love to do this again. How does that sound to you? How does that feel to you, Gloria? I can't wait to see you. I'm looking forward to doing this again. This was really, really fun. I like the way I feel when I'm around you. If you ask me out again, I would say yes. Let him know. That's a really clear one. If you, hey, this has been fun. If you would ask me out again, I would say yes. Whichever one feels good to you. Okay. So thank you for your question. Are there any more questions? And let me know, because I think you just sent me an email saying that you had a surprise date. So give us an update in the community and let me know how it goes. All right. So, and you can say that. You can say that anytime, even after the date. If you're having conversation with him afterwards, and you want him to ask you out again. You said I hit the key. You shouldn't be the one to plan it. I mean, it just kind of depends. It depends on where you are. If this is the second date, I'm not a believer in that. Oh, whoever asked who out should pay. I mean, you can make an offer, but if he lets you, that's just not good. This topic is a big one for me because sometimes I come off as a little cold. I'm working on this. Yeah, that's good. That's good. That's good that you can say that, that you're able to speak that out loud, Gail. Do you have a question though? So that's a part of my work. If you know that you want some help really softening into your femininity, softening your heart, releasing any past burdens, any past pains, any triggers that keep women like us very hard, and you know that you want to soften into your femininity, you know that you want to own that part of yourself, then I would encourage you to email me. That's what I would recommend for you if you want to talk privately offline, is to email me, Monique@FeminineAllureAcademy.com, Monique@FeminineAllureAcademy.com. In the subject line, put "Let's Talk," and let me know, what's your question or concern that you have right now that I can help you to solve. And together, I'll, ask you some questions. I'll listen to what's happening in your life and help you by creating a plan for you to move forward. Okay, that's what we'll do in a way that feels really, really good to you. So, yeah. Any other questions? Thank you so much for that. See these birds out here. That's why I'm looking all distracted. Any other questions before I jump off the Alluring Womanhood and Femininity show? As a friendly reminder, I'll be here till today is Monday. So Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, you'll see me. Friday, you won't. I'm going on holiday. Monday is the 4th of July, so that's a holiday. And I won't be here. I appreciate the 30-minute lessons help so much. Thank you. And you're welcome. You're welcome. How can you be more approachable? Well, one of the ways that you can do that, thank you for your question. One of the ways that you can do that is just really, before you even have a conversation with a gentleman, let's say that you're feeling triggered or you're going out. You really want to just sink into your heart. You want to take a few deep breaths, what some people may call cleansing breaths. You really just want to take a deep breath and think about how you want to be perceived. You want to be perceived as approachable. You want to be perceived as more soft in spirit, maybe more fun, more alluring. Number one, you can affirm that within yourself by speaking that out. You can affirm that by speaking it And secondly, you can develop some practices that will help you to make that happen. As I mentioned before, practices become habit and habit becomes skill. And that's a part of my work. If you would like more, like you want to learn more, Gail, then, I would recommend that you send me an email. But more immediately, one of the things that I mentioned earlier in the show is just ways to slightly raise your vibration. It's to smile while you're on the phone like this, if you're having a conversation, and think about how you answer the phone, because the person on the person on the other end, assuming it's not like a bill collector or customer service or anything like that, but I'm talking about relationships. That person wants to connect with you, right? And they're seeking connection. So when you're in that moment, it's always, you're always choosing to operate from fear or from love. So always think about how you can choose love in that moment. Ask yourself, am I choosing love right now? Or am I choosing fear? Because fear will have us on the defense. Fear will have us overthinking. Fear will have us in overanalyze mode, which causes us to get more into our minds when really we want to get into our heart. Okay, and that's a part of what we do as women. We get men out of their minds. That's what they like to be around us. I was watching this movie this weekend, and in the movie there was a scene where the girl and the guy were in a restaurant, and she was cleaning the tables because they worked there. I think it was like The Prince and Me, or The Prince and the Bride, or something like that from 2004. But he just watched her. She put a coin in the jukebox and she played some music, and there he was just watching her and so mesmerized by her energy and like her spirit and just her presence and really enjoying the moment. And I know that that's a movie, but the same thing happened to me. I remember being in DC, and I was out and I had water in my hand, and I was at, like, they were playing reggae music, and I was just really feeling the vibe. And I remember this man just coming up and really complimenting me about that. Like, I didn't even need alcohol, right? I just had my water because it was so hot, and I'm just feeling the vibe, enjoying the music. So think about that when you see women who are out, right, who just are present. That's what it's about. It's about really being present. That's the thing that's going to help you be perceived and really boost your charisma, boost your allure, boost your desirability and irresistibility. Okay, I hope that helps. Well, ladies, that concludes this episode of the Alluring Womanhood and Femininity Show. It's my pleasure being here with you as always. I'm Monique Head, relationship coach to passionate, marriage-minded women. And if you want to go beyond this, and you want to learn more about how you can attract your man and how you can create some practices to draw him to you, right? How you can create the practice to radiate more of your femininity, I would love to support you to do that and help you lay out a specific plan for you. So you can email me, Monique@FeminineAllureAcademy.com. In the subject line, put "Let's Talk," and let me know what's going on in your life, and then we can set up a time to chat. Okay, that's what it's about. So, ladies, again, it's been wonderful. Take care. See you tomorrow. Cheers.